devil, often referred to as Satan or Lucifer, is a fallen angel who seeks to undermine God's plan and destroy humanity. His primary target has always been Christians, as they are the embodiment of God's love and redemption on earth. The devil's ultimate goal is to lead Christians away from their faith and make them satanic, thereby diminishing the influence of God's kingdom. The devil's strategy to target Christians is rooted in his jealousy and resentment towards God. According to biblical accounts, Satan was once a beautiful and powerful angel in God's presence, but he became corrupted by his own pride and ambition. His rebellion against God led to his downfall, and he was cast out of heaven along with his followers. Since then, the devil has sought to destroy God's creation, particularly those who have put their trust in him. Christians, being the followers of Jesus Christ, pose a significant threat to the devil's plans. They are the representatives of God's love, forgiveness, and redemption, and their presence on earth is a constant reminder of God's power and authority. The devil, therefore, seeks to undermine their faith, corrupt their values, and lead them astray from the path of righteousness. By doing so, he hopes to reduce the influence of Christianity and increase his own power and control over humanity. One of the primary ways the devil targets Christians is through temptation. He uses his cunning and deceit to lure them into sin, often disguising himself as an angel of light or a harmless influence. He preys on their weaknesses, exploiting their fears, doubts, and desires to lead them away from their faith. The devil's temptations can take many forms, including pride, greed, lust, and anger, all of which can lead to spiritual destruction if not resisted. Another way the devil targets Christians is through deception. He spreads lies and misconceptions about God, Jesus Christ, and the Bible, seeking to undermine their faith and create confusion. He often uses false prophets, false teachers, and cult leaders to spread his message, which can be subtle and persuasive. The devil's deception can be so convincing that even strong Christians can be misled, leading to a watering down of their faiths and a compromise of their values. The devil also uses persecution to target Christians. Throughout history, Christians have faced intense persecution, from the early church to the present day. The devil uses human agents, such as governments, institutions, and individuals to oppress, harass, and kill Christians. His goal is to intimidate and silence them, forcing them to renounce their faith or go underground. However, persecution has often had the opposite effect, strengthening the faith of Christians and leading to a greater spread of the gospel. Furthermore, the devil targets Christians through their relationships and communities. He seeks to create division, strife, and discord among believers, often using unresolved conflicts, misunderstandings, and personal differences to drive them apart. By doing so, he weakens the bonds of unity and fellowship, making it easier to attack and destroy individual Christians. Despite the devil's relentless efforts to target Christians, God has provided them with the power and resources to resist his attacks. Through prayer, Bible study, and fellowship, Christians can strengthen their faith and build their defenses against the devil's schemes. They can also put on the armor of God, as described in Ephesians 6, which includes the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes of peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit. In conclusion, the devil targets Christians because they are the representatives of God's love and redemption on earth. His ultimate goal is to lead them away from their faith and make them satanic, thereby diminishing the influence of God's kingdom. However, God has provided Christians with the power and resources to resist the devil's attacks, and through their faith, perseverance, and unity, they can overcome his schemes and emerge victorious. As Christians, it is essential to be aware of the devil's strategies and to take proactive steps to protect themselves from his attacks, trusting in God's power and provision to overcome them.